Hello, everybody. Welcome to Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. This is our submission for RPG Limit Break in July. We have a fantastic race going to happen here between Gaahr and oneFreeFitz. And joining me here in the commentator booth is Mr. Saberwolf himself.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? And we're actually not alone in the booth right now. We actually have.
That's true.
Why do you guys like to follow me like as soon as I get on air on other channels? Come on, guys. Thank you for the follow. I'll look at it later.
We followed you because you smell nice.
I guess so. I smell good for a furry, fluffy dog. But we are also joined by Gaahr and oneFreeFitz, who will be doing a draft here in just a little bit. Now, this is actually a special race. It's not just a community race. This is the RPG Limit Break submission for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So how did you guys come across this?
So I've known about RPG Limit Break for a while now. Only recently have I started to really get involved, but I think NAMI is just a wonderful organization. RPG Limit Break is it was fantastic when I went last year. I had a wonderful time, and so I hope to do this again.
Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
and I've been watching it for a bit now, and got to recently do a marathon for NAMI, and so when I saw that it was coming up, I was like, let's do it.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Nice. So we are going to be getting started here with a draft, kind of following along with the Blackjack Battle Royale format. The interesting piece here, right, is obviously we'll be doing the draft ourselves, but I believe that the thought process behind it is that viewers will be able to donate to as incentives towards a specific draft pick, right? And if you want to go more into that, Gaahr, I think you have a little more specifics on how that's going to work out.
Yeah, sure. So basically, if you're not familiar with the Blackjack Battle Royale, it's basically we have a base seed upon which we add a lot of different modifiers. Those modifiers can include things like you start with a particular character, you fight all the bosses in their vanilla locations. You fight all the vanilla bosses in their original locations, for example. You can completely disable black magic or white magic, or basically anything that you can think of is a modification that you can make to the seed. So what we're thinking about doing is offering you, the viewer, a chance to modify how we play the game. We're going to give you a selection of very highly impactful cards for you to choose from, and the idea is that the top three, say, biggest donations will have their picks applied to our seed during the actual race. So it's a great way for the viewers to get involved, and also a great way to screw us up because a lot of these cards are very rude, and we are going to shy away from some of the more rude ones just for marathon safety. But trust me, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah, obviously we won't be doing any super difficulty scaling or say Far Horizon or something like that, where it would push the race to go over the 2-hour mark because it's a marathon, because there's other games going on like that. We will try to limit that picks, so.
Yeah, and that'll be a nice breath of fresh air, because my table is playing with permadeath on. We have been since
Ragnarok,
the very beginning, so it'll be a nice vacation.
And in case you don't know what that is, we are currently going through a tournament. It's called the Blackjack Battle Royale. There's 11 different groups. There's 10 in the main group, plus one other Legmorph lounge, where anybody who drops out of the main tournament falls into that lounge, and oh my god, that lounge is going to get ridiculous. Because while everybody's drafting 4 to 3 to 2 flags each week, that lounge is doing 10 new flags every single week.
I'm gonna run out of cards or spaces for the cards.
Oh, we'll
in
get
these
calmness.
update
We'll get some
videos.
calmness cards in the soon for us. All right, guys. So let's get into it, shall we? Go ahead and start with your draft, and whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's see what we get.
Oh yeah, I'm number 1, baby.
Oh,
What
Okay.
does it take to be?
I get the last one.
All right, so we have the Blade Master Sealed Chest, Maria's Sword, and all natural French vanilla flavor.
So I'm actually going to pick Maria's Sword here, and I think this is going to be one of the ones that we introduce into the pool of cards that people can choose from.
Oh yeah.
Illumina is very highly impactful, and you get to see us perform in the opera. And
Yeah.
I know that is a fan favorite, so.
That is a fan favorite.
Yes,
I think
we
I remember
always do the
seeing
opera
it
for the... So, Gary, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. I think I remember recently watching where FF6 vanilla FF6 was at a EDQ a couple years ago, and they had somebody come in and actually like sing the lyrics during the opera scene.
Yeah, we always try
yeah.
to do the opera during a marathon tournament. So next round we have random commands, wandering bosses, feeble characters, or Dragon's Horizon.
Ooh,
I think we should fight some dragons. I'm gonna go with Dragon's Horizon.
Oh, Dragon's Horizon it is. All right.
all right. What do we got next?
Easy scaling, cheap shops, exorbitant magic, and the feral youth.
I love me some feral youth.
All right, so we're starting with Gaahr here.
All right,
All right, ready whenever?
I'm into that. All right.
Mixed dragons, the thief, balanced gear, and calmness. Now, the calmness that we mentioned before removes a flag that's already been picked prior.
I wish I had seen that in other situations, but mixing the dragons with required dragons, that would be really mean.
You also could
I'm
speed it
gonna
up
go
too.
with The thief.
The thief. So we're starting with Gao and Locke at least. The Mime, factory upgrade, potent espers, and reduced rewards. Which I believe is just standard. Oh no, instead of 3 and 3-5, it's 2-4 actually. I'm sorry.
As much as I do like reduced rewards, I think for this particular demonstration, we're going to go with factory upgrade. Actually, no, we're gonna go with potent espers. It's a little bit more immediate, I think. There's no guarantee that we get either Celeste or any Y remove abilities that will let us do the Magitech factory.
Okay.
Good point. Yeah, that's
Thinking about the synergies, that's what a good drafter is always doing here.
Yeah, we don't know if we have Magitech, so obviously that one pick could just do absolutely nothing. Vegan, all natural French vanilla flavor, the Blade Master again, or fanatical knowledge.
I think we're gonna have a vegan night.
Oh,
No eggs for me.
I actually made this pick in the last round for Langmorph Lounge. That is no experience eggs will be available. Random characters, chaotic characters, one or the other, Blade Master or Sentry bosses.
I just ran a seed that had chaotic characters, and so Realm, normally the character with the highest base magic stat, had a magic stat of 19, which is not good. Normally, you can expect to see her in the upper 40s, low 50s. So that just goes to show you the strength of percentages, I guess.
The power of math.
The power of math.
Gotta know math.
It seems
We'll
like
go
this
for the Blade Master.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the third time we've seen it. That seems like this draft really wants you guys to have Saban.
So we're starting with Vanilla Gal, Vanilla Locke, and the Blade Master, which is actually Saban with Sword Tech. Once again, if you want to help participate in having what you guys out there want these players to do in the draft, make sure you go to RPG Limit Break and donate to Nami. And then you will control what these guys are drafting. The Sellsword, Mage Hunt, Overflow Skip, and Weaker Commands.
When I look at this, there's one that jumps out to me because we already have to get 4 dragons, and it's the Mage's Hunt. Gotta reward ourselves.
Treat yourself.
So so when you guys do get the 4 dragons to unlock Kefka's Tower, they'll actually get an extra 20 magic power.
One thing to note here too is that had Fitz picked the Sellsword, the earliest character-related pick would have been knocked off because that would have been 4 characters, and we start with 3.
That's right. So if the Sellsword was picked, then I believe Feral Gaahr would have been kicked out.
Interesting.
Oh no.
Okay, this is kind of off my screen. I gotta scroll up a little bit. Permadeath with the finality. Factory upgrade, glass cannons, or calmness. Remove a previous card. Oh, none of these are that great.
You didn't
We'll
even,
go
you didn't
for
even
the
read that
glass
first
cannons
one.
here.
Okay, glass cannons.
And
number
I'm sad to say, finality will not be one of the cards that we allow our
Yes.
viewers to choose from. Permadeath is fun, don't get me wrong, but a little bit too unsafe for a marathon.
Mage's Gambit, the hybrid, Sentry Bosses, or calmness.
I do like that Gaahr, so I don't know if I want to take them off the table.
So, because there's a character card up for grabs, whichever the oldest card that was drawn will be replaced, which, like in this case, as Fitz just said, is Gaahr.
We got glass cannons on. I'm gonna go with Sentry Bosses here.
Ooh, bosses are mixed in now.
That's spicy.
Mixed into regular combats. Pick number 11. This is your last picks, guys. This is your last picks of this round. Of this thing. All natural Themasian flavor, mixed dragon, Cecil's Delight, or Friend Skip.
I'm feeling nice today.
Cecil's Delight. Very easy to get Paladin Shield. For those, I can't really give any spoilers for Lego Morph Lounge because the tournament's still going on. But yeah, that was really good.
Worth the noting too that with Cecil's Delight, Paladin Shields can drop from Dragon Rewards.
Ooh. Sealed Chest, Rebirth, Overflow Skip, or Vanilla Commands. Final pick.
Let's go with the Overflow Skip.
Overflow Skip.
Get a skip in play.
Alright, folks, there you have it. Maria's Sword, Dragon's Horizon, the Feral Youth, the Thief, Potent Espers, Vegan, the Blade Master, Mage's Hunt, Glass Cannon, Sentry Bosses, Cecil's Delight, and Overflow Skip.
Our flag is our seed is coming up.
Rolling. I'm glad you rolled it.
And for
This
those
is going
that
to
are,
be a good seed.
and for those folks out there playing along, that is the seed right there. So if you want to play along with these guys had to deal with, enjoy.
I don't see any fish, so that's a good sign.
That's a bad sign. You want to see the fish in the hash.
But only if it's a fast fish, and you can't tell until you start playing whether it's a fast fish seed or a slow fish seed.
They're always fast fish if you believe enough.
All right, guys. Well, it's time
If
for
you
you
move
guys.
slow enough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's time for you guys to load up. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay in this channel. So either deafen or just jump to a different voice chat.
All right, we'll see you on the other side, and good luck, Gaahr.
Good luck, Fitz, and thanks again, Aprebs and Wolf, for helping us with this wonderful opportunity.
No problem. We'll see you on the other
Of
side.
course.
Maybe. If you survive.
Yeah, if you survive.
Fair enough. All right, see you guys.
Well, luckily they didn't pick finality, so he should survive. But
Yes.
just going back into chat, Chrono Time asked or said that they missed what the Maria's Sword flag was, right? So Maria's Sword is the reward of an Illumina sword for completing the opera, performing the opera objective. So
Yeah, we can go through
That-
them all again. I mean, by pick and explain what each one does here while they start loading up.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Just let me know. I'll count them down in a second. So we'll go all the way back to the beginning of the draft here, which is Maria's Sword, which again is the Illumina, right?
Correct. So yeah, all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, we've got the Maria's Sword. It adds the objective to obtain an Illumina by completing the Perform in the Opera quest.
Right, and after that was Dragon's Horizon.
Yes, Dragon's Horizon unlocks Final Kefka by getting 6 characters, 9 espers, and defeating 4 dragons.
On
So
that
that's
note,
the extra bit there.
on that note, I am
Yeah.
updating the needs that we have for the background. I'm pulling multiple duty, y'all. I'm doing
Perfect,
the restream as well. And then next run was the Pharaoh Youth. We start with Gaahr.
That's right, Gao with Rage. So vanilla Gao. Unfortunately, won't be wearing his spiffy suit.
No, unfortunately. Maybe we
And
should
then,
make that
I
a
think-
default.
Yeah, right? Or we should have a card that's like the non-feral youth, where he has a different command. And
The
he's, wearing
gentleman.
his suit. Yeah, there you go.
And right behind Gaahr, we have the Thief.
That's right. Starting off with Lock and Steel.
Next round.
After that,
Yep, go
yeah,
ahead.
Potent Espers is the next one there. That one has each Esper teaching 3 to 5 spells. All Espers have a random stat bonus, and summons cost 50 to 80% of their original MP, and they can be summoned multiple times. So, very potent indeed.
hmm
And then the next one, sorry, just kind of scrolling through here, is Vegan. So vegan means EXP eggs will not appear in the Coliseum, auction house, the shops, chest, events. They're just gone. It is a vegan run. Next, after that, we have the Blade Master. So one more character pick here. That's the starting character of Sabin with Sword Tech. And that
Well, it's
was
good
the
to
third
note
time we
that
saw
all the
that.
sword techs are kind of available. They just have to get up past level 47.
Right, exactly.
And that's just to get to the 7th one. That's not the 8th one. The 8th one's like some ridiculous number, like level 60 or something.
And
so-
that's going to be with no EXP egg either. So
Exactly. So probably not going to see 7th level sword teching. But after that was Mage Hunt.
oh yeah. Mage's Hunt adds the objective to grant all characters plus 20 magic power by defeating 4 dragons.
Which
A
we're
nice
going to do
synergy
anyways.
there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We did not get
Then-
finality here, but we did get glass cannons, which is still a difficult flag.
Oh yeah, yeah. Glass Cannons has enemies and bosses gaining 4 levels for each character recruited, Esper acquired, or dragon defeated. So essentially, any check or dragon that you defeat. Enemy and boss HP and MP scales 1 times for each character recruited, Esper acquired, or dragon defeated, and the boss EXP and GP scales 2.5 for each check/dragon. And enemies can scale up to level 70. That is a big one.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, especially with dragons counting also the objectives that they also have to throw in there. So gaining 4 levels for each character recruited, Esper acquired, and dragon defeated, we're looking at 15, 19 times 4. Somebody want to do math quick? That's 40, 36, 70. Yeah, that's over 70. So we
Yikes.
will definitely be maxed out at level 70 thanks to the extra 4 dragons.
Yeah, that's a big yikes right there.
After that was
After that,
Sentry
we have-
Bosses.
Ooh, yeah. Sentry bosses, another interesting one there. 20% of all fixed encounters will be a boss fight. So any of the checks that our racers happen to go to that have fixed encounters, let's say like Elite River Magitech Factory, Burning House, right? Any of those that have encounters that you will likely face, there's going to be bosses that could possibly come out during those fights there.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got Cecil's Delight, which is that one's a nice one. Cursed Shield will take only between 1 to 8 battles to decurse, and also Paladin Shields may be obtainable in shops or chests or the Coliseum.
Yep. I'll tell you what, getting us when they have locks, so they actually will start with a Cursed Shield right at the beginning of the game, and only having to do 1 battle for a Paladin Shield is huge. Now, but here's the thing: they don't have. But going to the other item with the Illumina, which was the first pick, they do not have Celeste to start with, so they're gonna have to gain Celeste in order to get to the Illumina. I believe. No, they can just do it. Actually, can't they? They don't need Celeste for that.
They don't need Celeste
That's
to
right.
do the performance. I believe.
So they can start with Illumina and a Paladin Shield right off the back here. That's a lot of power. Last but not least was
actually
Overflow
exactly.
Skip.
There we go. That's right. Overflow Skip. That unlocks Kefka's Tower Skip by finding either 3 extra characters or 3 extra espers beyond the initial requirements. So that would be instead of 6 characters if they make it to 9, or instead of 9 espers they make it to 12.
Yeah, but they will still need to find the other amount plus the 4 dragons in order to unlock it, though.
Correct, yeah.
All right, so
yeah,
I'm going to
they-
double check
it's
our
not
guys.
like
They
if
are good to
they-
go.
Yeah. It's not like if they make it to 9 characters, but they only have 6 espers, that they can just go right into the skip. They do have to complete the other objectives as well, though.
All right, let's get into it, shall we? Gaahr versus oneFreeFitz, the RPG Limit Break submission for NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Health. I'm going to give them a 2-minute warning here, just 2 minutes, because we were talking there for a bit. Of course, we were double using that chat area, so we really couldn't communicate with them for a minute. Apparently, both of them are part of the team Mount Zozo Ski Club.
That's right.
Well, hitting those slopes. Oh, boy. All right.
Personally, more of a Narsh Ski Club fan.
Narsh Ski Club.
Yeah.
All right, counting it down now. All right, so what do you think about the flags overall? I mean, we just went through them all. What do you think of all of them?
I think that Gaahr and Fitz were pretty balanced in terms of both creating a fun, like, interesting flag set with some challenges, right? With the glass cannon and with the vegan run and things like that. But also, they did create some stuff that will create nice synergy already off the bat with the dragons, right? With Dragon's Horizon and then the Mage Hunt, right? But also, as you mentioned, like if they do happen to find Celeste, well, no, we discussed actually. Never mind, they don't have to have Celeste to do that Opera House run. But
There you go.
yeah, thank you. If they do, like, they're both, I think, pretty good at planning out their routes, and so having drafted them, like, they definitely have already started to think about, or while they were drafting already, were thinking about some things that they could do. Obviously, this could change a lot based on what they find, but I think it's a pretty nice flag set here. It's definitely a lot better than I think some of the ones that we've gotten in the blackjack tables so far. But yeah, let's see what happens here.
All right, well, we do have, again, Gal, Locke, and Sabin, so no surprise there what we're starting with. I should have had that ready for you all. Sorry about that. Oh, that's not Gal. Where's
right.
Gal? It was on bottom. Okay.
So yes, as mentioned, right? Gao, Locke, Sabin, vanilla commands except for Sabin, who's starting off with Sword Tech as the quote Blade Master. Fitz here going through, showing us what the rages that Gao is starting with are.
Anything good? I didn't look. Sorry.
He was just too fast for me. I didn't really couldn't really like process what was happening there. But it looks like Fitz is going straight to the Opera House here.
Oh, Mama Maria. Well, I guess we gotta turn up the volume then if he's going to do this right off the back. We'll do it once. We're not going to do it twice.
Yeah. But he wants that Illumina, right? Maria's sword right there, guaranteeing that as he goes through this. I'm going to be quiet now, actually, as we listen to the opera. All right, that was a beautiful performance there. And now The Illumina. So, Fitz has got his Illumina. However, I don't know if anyone else was too captivated to see, but Gaahr has been able to make his way through and loot through Narsh and South Figaro, and has actually gotten also some pretty good gear so far. Nothing groundbreaking, I would say, but definitely gotten some nice picks.
Yep, I'm kind of surprised, though, that nobody went to World of Ruin Lock to grab that Paladin shield already. Like, I know that, looks like we got a frozen video there for Fitz. We'll go back over to Gaahr here for audio. I'm kind of surprised that nobody went to World of Ruin to go get that Paladin shield immediately. That's like the first thing I do. If I see Lock, I go get that shield like immediately.
That's a good point, and especially with the chance of it only being one battle.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, that one battle with a Paladin shield, you don't need any other armor. All you need is the Paladin shield for most of the case. And if you have an Illumina, which actually Locke is a natural user of, I mean, you give him an Illumina Paladin shield, he's done. And considering the fact that he also has Steel for an ability, he needs that offense like this early on.
Yeah.
Which physical damage kind of drops off, like really comes in the late game more than the early game. But it'll still be some sort of offense for him where Gao has Rage and Sabin has Sword Tech. So
that's true. Now there are some looks like there are some Super Balls here in South Korea.
Okay. Well, he saw the Genji glove for it. I was like, oh!
Yeah, pretty darn expensive, but
Holy
he's got
cow.
a Super Ball now, and luckily they've got some Warp Stones as well, so we won't be seeing anybody do any walks of shame. But yeah, some nice looting to start off with for Gaahr. Fitz giving us that wonderful performance, so we can get that Illumina.
Yipper.
And Gaahr heading back.
Oh, it must have heard me.
Here to Narsh now, and doing exactly what you said. Yeah.
Well, this is the first thing I do.
Straight
so
over
you start
for
there.
World of Ruin to get that shot.
Snow Muffler over the Red Cap. Interesting. Red Cap basically gives you HP per... increases your HP, which compounds itself early game, so you can actually get a lot of HP late game. But Snow Muffler is a natural armor, I believe, for Gao, so that'd be great defensive armor for him, on top of the Paladin Shield, which is 6. That's on the higher end of the 8, so... But still, that's low. I mean, that's still low in most cases.
Yeah. I think in most standard flag sets, it's usually up to, 15? Something like that. So 6 is still pretty good.
No, Glue, I do not have the power. No, I do not have the power to do that, okay? Sorry, oh wait, I can't sing. It's not Saturday. It's Thursday, community night. Oh, Gaar's going to do the opera, so we already heard it. We already heard it. We'll switch over, okay? We don't have to hear it twice. It's kind of like the national anthem. We don't want to talk or say anything during it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So it looks like we've got our runners just, doing a little reverse order action here. Fitz went straight for that Illumina while Gaahr was looting through Narsh and South Figaro. So now we've got Fitz looting through South Figaro and Gaar's hitting up the Opera House. And I mean, this tracks, right, with most runs, right? We usually don't see people going for checks immediately right away. There's a certain amount of looting that needs to get done so that we have the offensive and defensive capabilities to do our checks. And especially now with the cards that we have, with Glass Cannon especially, any check that we do is going to scale up the bosses and whatnot. So it's not like we're going to see them go and probably do that many free checks right away, right? And just kind of get those out of the way, because that's going to make everything in their life harder for tonight. So,
well, it's really important to get this Paladin Shield and the Snow Muffler actually too, because we are already 9 levels under scaling right now. I mean, the bosses and everything are already at level 12. So, and we're only at level 3. Not to mention the fact that even if we try to get some fights in, say you want to do some of the fights in the South Figaro Cave right before the tunnel armor check for lock, because there's a healing spring there, there's still a potential that you could run into like a boss there, because there 20% of them are mixed in. So you're not guaranteed just getting an easy little fight before you actually face a boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. It's going to be some interesting routing here. And yeah, I'm interested to see what they decide to do to try to grind up some levels here.
Wow, look at Gaahr, already knowing where to stand on what pixel to hit this as fast as possible. That is knowing the game. And now doing laps on the balcony just to, like, just to show off.
Celeste is a beautiful dancer. He's got to show that off.
Beautiful people. Sorry, I can't sing. It's not Saturday. I gotta remember this. I do the Saturday night stream. It's Saturday Community Chaos night. Hang out with us. We do a lot of crazy stuff that night. Lately, we're doing Chaos Seeds and crazy Blackjack Battle Royale, which is going on right now. So check all the action out throughout the weeks. Once we get into smaller groups, I think that we will do highlight videos.
Yeah, I will likely be pulling an all-nighter tonight to finish this week's update video on the each table's flag sets, or the cards that they have drawn right now.
Yeah, we have.
So keep an eye out tomorrow for that. Yeah,
Aprims and I put in hours, guys, and we do it out of the kindness of our hearts. So.
Oh yeah, it's fun though. It's fun. I like doing it. I like being able to have you guys stay updated without having to go into each table's Discord chat and find it out yourself. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow on the FF6 Worlds Collide YouTube channel. That'll be going up.
Yep, and my match with Verts 505 will be going up on YouTube tomorrow morning. We didn't have a restream of that, but I did spend the last 3 hours re-editing it. Does not have a commentator. It will just be his and my mics bouncing back and forth. But we are both of us were very verbal the entire time, so, and very entertaining, I will say. So you'll definitely enjoy it. But again, if you're part of Lagomorph Lounge, you haven't run the race yet, do not watch the video.
Yes,
thanks
as always,
for the shadow glue.
If you are going to watch any of these videos back, thank you, Glue. Thank you, Glue. Smello to you. But yeah, if you happen to be watching through any of the Blackjack Battle Royale races, whether you follow our racers on Twitch, which you definitely should go do, make sure just be aware, spoilers ahead, right? And make sure if you're also participating, just be careful, be aware. And looks like Gaahr's going for his either grind and or just trying to get that curse shield uncursed.
Actually, he's in the Veld, so he's doing a Gauss check. He probably has drum-dried meat for that. Also want to give a shout-out, because I said I would, Curse, Cradios, and Dagnatius P for following me on my Twitch channel. You heard the wolf howl there as soon as we went on the air. So thank you for following me. I want to get that in there.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I will try to stream more often come this fall. Once my youngest one goes into school, I will be doing that. So.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get back into it too. I haven't even done this week's Lagomorph myself yet.
Oh.
So, got to do that too.
It was okay. It was okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but, just that Far Horizon just puts so many more checks you have to do, and makes the general siege just longer in general. And that was the same as in Fenrir, same case.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fenrir did have Far Horizon as well.
Yep, which I picked that one actually. I picked all the good ones. I picked Far Horizon and I picked Vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did pick Far Horizon. I picked difficult scaling. I picked 2.5
Oh, yeah.
scaling.
Yeah, tough scaling.
I picked tough scaling, which so because it was Far Horizon, when you finished Far Horizon, that was the max limit was 50, and it was 50. So
Yeah.
same case with this one with the glass cannons thing, because we also have dragons tiled on. This will be way over the 70. And see with the dragons, we have Scully on the screen. We do have Super Balls.
Yeah. Banking on the Super Bowl there.
Ba-boom!
Nice.
So this actually
Oh,
kind of
wow.
counteracts the scale a little bit. Now it does go up by another 4 because
Yes.
he did do a dragon. However, and yep, there it is. He gets another snow muffler for the trouble. So it is 12, but because dragons give so much experience, he's actually level 11. So he was actually only one, actually 16. So now he's only 5 levels below scaling, as
Yeah.
opposed to what was it, 9 before?
Correct.
So
Yeah, that's a good point. So, maybe having these dragons will help out a little bit and not have to do so much random encounter fighting to grind up.
Okay. Well, it's
Ooh,
Atma
there's-
weapon. It's the easier of the two. Dropping them balls.
Yeah, just chucking them.
Woo!
Whew. Wow.
2,800 balls gets through 2
Yeah.
big checks for Fitz.
2 for 2. All right, let's see what he gets for his troubles here.
Dead. That's 3 dead checks.
Yikes.
What's the thing it was? I missed. No, it was an Esper for. I'm sorry for Gaahr on the Gal's Velt check.
On the Velt check.
Yeah, so I missed that one.
Good positioning there. Able to go right into the Serpent Trench, so.
Mm-hmm.
So making his way through there. Luckily has
Look at
not encountered a boss in his encounters there.
Ooh, Fitz really thinking about it. Oh, goes for another Snow Muffler.
Yeah.
Snow Muffler is really interesting because it gives you so much defense that it could put you over the 250 mark, which means it basically physical damage does 0 to you. Like even Kefka's attacks does like almost nothing to you. Oh, we are checking the chest.
Oh, let's see what we got.
Grandmaster Pug.
Grandmaster. Looking for those warp stones. And then realized, I gotta just run away.
And on shore here is a behemoth suit. Another dead check.
Okay. Yikes.
Wow. We are 1 for 3 or 4 now on checks now.
Yeah, I think one for 4. And remember, this is glass cannon, so with each of these checks, in particular, these dead checks are not something that our runners want to see, because then that is scaling up enemy levels quite a bit. Alrighty. Fitz going right into another one here. Let's see what happens. Gonna,
Ooh, Mega Elixir.
do a little shopping. Yeah, look at that. Quite expensive, but now he knows where he can get one.
Yeah, we'll take a note of that.
Yeah.
And that's a
Decided to
go-go
do
holding
those.
up the building.
Always love to see go-go.
No tengo dinero. Oh, Dragon Boots.
No tengo dinero. Oh, sorry. Wait, I was singing.
It's
Only
not
for Saturday. All
That's
right.
the no sábado.
A lot of shop checking going on here.
Another dead check.
Oof.
But a good
It
it's
is ammo weapon.
though.
Yeah, it is ammo weapon. Yeah.
Nobody naturally to use it though, except for Locke, who's already using an Illumina though. So hopefully, Sabin could use it. Actually, you know what?
Maybe, yeah.
If Sabin could use the Illumina would definitely benefit Sabin more because of the sword tech abilities. Would scale
yeah.
better off of that Illumina, and getting in the Atma weapon probably would be better for a Locke. Which
Yeah,
the red
I
cap
would-
would
I
have
would-
balanced with that better.
Yeah, I would agree with that actually. Yeah, I think that's a good point. And as we fight these dragons, right, and gain the levels, then it's not far-fetched to think that Sabin would get a decent chunk of his sword techs available to him. So
Imagine with the
let's see.
Farfetch'd with my weapon.
Ooh.
Crossed over there, y'all. Crossed that.
Yes.
That seamless crossover. Iverson didn't even see that coming.
Especially that Galarian Farfetch'd with the, you know.
Oh, I have a weapon and freaking Katana Soul in the same spot.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's see how big that Super Ball is.
That was the
Okay,
last
all
one
right.
too. He doesn't have any more.
Yep, that was the last one.
Chug, chug, chug. M-Tech armor. Come on, man. Got it.
There it is. There it is.
Ammo weapon offering for Fitz. Now it's not going to do anything though. It's not going to do anything till level 32.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that that's available, and that's it's nice to have in your pocket. It's very
Ooh.
very comforting to know that you've got
Did
the
he
offering.
forget to grab the child?
Maybe. No. Okay. No, he didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
We were just too excited about offering Atma. That was it. We didn't notice that.
Niles and Fraser Crane, by the way, on Gaar's screen with Gaahr down.
Ooh, that's not something you want to see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, hopefully. There we go. Gaahr gets Gao back up. We do not want to see anybody lose out on EXP with a glass cannon run like this. And there's Go-Go.
Reward coming up here for Gaahr. By the way, Fitz still without an Esper yet. Forced armor, yet another dead check. Wow, we are 2 for 5 on checks right now. Not good. Ooh, Locke able to use the behemoth suit though. That's interesting.
Nice. Snow mufflers and behemoth suits. That's some pretty nice defense.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to see that. What the fudge indeed. There's a presenter.
Well, okay, so character progression was Go-Go in Falling House. There are several other checks we haven't seen yet, which is Phoenix Cave, Mount Colts, that could have other better characters to go through. Looks
Correct.
like Offring's going to go on Sabin. Sabin can use the Atma weapon. So we're going to go with
Perfect.
Sabin with the
Nice.
Atma weapon to swing that instead, and we're going to leave the Lumina on lock here, as Gaahr is going to go chasing some waterfalls here.
Don't go. No, sorry. Saturday.
Saturday. Yo, seriously, come join us Saturday. We have lots of fun.
I'll have to do that for sure.
Don't
But
get
it's not just
demonetized.
me. Yeah, not just me. It's everyone in the chat. Join us on Saturday. It's a good time.
Instead of a wet willy, we got a wet welk.
There you go. Looks like Fitz is going to go ahead and check out what the tunnel armor has to offer.
Oh, must have healed, because he kind of skipped the healing spring there.
Yeah, he just went straight through.
Kefka, game over. Meanwhile, we're floating downstream here. We'll see if this is a character or yet another jet check. We'll see if this is one that we have here.
Let's see what happens here, yeah.
If he stays down or stands up. Ooh, it's a character!
See who it is.
Setzer.
Setzer.
The host with the most of the Blackjack Battle Royale.
That's right. I heard he gave Boo some fixed dice. All right.
And Fitz got, what was it?
Fitz got a Minerva.
Yet another dead check.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, ooh, Saban can wear a Minerva and be frontline with the Atma? Ooh.
Ooh.
And with the Minerva,
Very
I think it blocks, it doesn't absorb, right?
Correct. It blocks.
So you actually want to have the Paladin shield on because that one absorbs. So you actually want the ammo weapon and the Paladin user to be the same person. Because that keeps their health at maximum to continuously hit hard.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So another reason
Hi,
why
Lunar
that Paladin
Chimera.
yeah.
Hi, Lunar Chimera. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate you joining in.
What up?
What up? What up?
We gotta do
Got a
another race
nice-
together, Chimera, on Fastest Furs.
Ooh.
Another
see.
community marathon group we like to hang out with.
Nice, nice.
By the way, for those that follow along and subscribe to our channel here at FF6 Worlds Collide, none of that money goes to us. All that money goes to charities that we do and help out with. If we do get picked for National Alliance, the RPG Limit Break for National Alliance on Mental Illness, we do get picked for that. Some of that money, I believe, will go to that cause. So all the money, all the donations, the subscriptions like that, all of that goes to good causes. So.
Most definitely. And, anytime we do get like Twitch subscriptions, even those free ones with Amazon Prime, those go to any of the ones that we've worked with. Usually we get those shared with whoever we've worked with most recently or we're, about to head to. But yeah, definitely make sure you mark on your calendars, if we do happen to look at the Discord. You can look in the announcements. We usually announce when something's going to happen with an event, if we know we're going to be at an event or have a submission that is going to be played at an event or anything like that. Look at the announcements, make sure you mark it on your calendar, and definitely just stop by and give a shout out to the runners and to the commentators that are there. And if you can, donate as little as $1. It all goes to great causes.
Gaahr there with a second Esper of the game. Fitz still has yet to find an Esper. Actually finds another character in Realm, which will probably replace Gogo here.
Yeah, most likely.
As we don't have any good abilities for Gogo to mimic right now, unless she has one. Blitz, okay. Oh, which we can actually get. Do we learn blitzes? No, we don't learn blitzes in this one. They
No.
didn't pick that one.
No, they did not.
Gaahr going for Falling House now. Possibly we'll get the offering and ammo weapon here. Possibly.
Possibly. If he decides to check that chest, for sure.
I want to throw out there also that Gaahr, Rage, and Magitech Armor really doing work.
Oh, yeah.
Between having the Rage with the fire to everything and using that Magitech Armor in between. This is not the chest that has the offering in it. It's actually the other trap chest in this Falling House. We'll see if Gaahr will get it. Well, going back to the whole marathon thing, one thing I do want to throw out there, that one of the major marathons we did participate in recently was the Fastest Furs Fall Festival. And this community does show up. Of all the money that they raised for that marathon over the 3-day weekend, our Worlds Collide community and during our run actually raised 11% of the total number of funds raised for that event. So
Wow.
so our community does show up and shell out. So thank you all for doing that.
Yeah, that's great. Props to you guys.
And that was all donations that were donated during our event time, the donations given by us, and all the t-shirts that were purchased during it too. So
Sweet.
that includes all that during our portion of the event.
Wow. Mad props to the FF6 Worlds Collide community.
And Gaahr does get the offering, so he does get the offering combo. We'll see if he throws it on Sabin, or if Sabin can use the Illumina. We don't know yet.
That's right. Yeah, he could. We haven't seen it yet.
But would love to see that weapon paired up with the Paladin Shield, and Sabin to keep the Minerva. Just go with the Illumina if you can weld it, though.
Yeah. Looks like Fitz does have the Paladin shield now. Sabin's no longer spinning around on screen, so and no longer has numbers above his head. So
spin me right around. Oh, sorry. So
So here we go. Let's looks like so we know that Fitz going through the Imperial camp that's going to be a dead check for him.
Yeah, he's gotten every single dead check in all characters. I'm going to double check, make sure he has gotten an Esper, and he has not.
Yikes.
Just bad luck finding, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. So wow. Let's see what he if he decides to. I think we were having a conversation about this in the general chat recently, but if he decides to continue with the checks of the characters he has versus going with the checks of the new characters that he has, right? And,
you want to go with the checks you have because the chances are that they're going to be a character Esper has got to be exponentially higher now because you eliminated all the dead ones. So all there could be is progression now at this point for any of these ones. But it's actually going to go to... Wow, he is so desperate he's going to go to the train, actually.
Yeah.
Well, Gaahr goes to get swallowed by the Maneater, which correctly goes back in the airship to rechange his crew to one person. Because there's no fights in here, and it's faster if you just get in there and do your thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's something that some people forget to do, right? Is
another dead check? Are you serious?
Oh, so you're gonna reset out? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's tough to see. You hate to see it.
One thing is nice to see also is seeing gray and black magic spells. Like a more lounge, everybody.
That's 2 demis for Gaahr. Let's see what happens. Oh, 3 demis.
Oh, missing too because he got the balance shield. Maybe he can't eat him. He slowed him? Why would you? Oh, I think they're just teasing.
Yeah, there we go.
They're playing with each other like, oh, you can't eat me. And
meanwhile, Fitz, being so frustrated with these dead checks, decides to jump off a cliff.
Yeah, I would too at this point. The sad part is we know this is not an Esper either. We know this is another character. It's the Setzer. So it still has no magic. Except for Gau's rages, he has no magic spells.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, buddy.
Oh, but Realm casting fire too. How'd she do that? Oh, she used a rod?
Maybe.
Or I don't know, it's weird.
I know that Fitz has definitely picked up some rods on the way.
Oh, shields. He might have picked up ice and fire shields. He's probably learning magic that way. Duh.
There you go.
But yeah, this will be a Setzer for them. We're just going to key it up now so you can cry.
You gotta know when to hold 'em.
And there's Esper number 3 for Gaahr.
All right, Gaahr getting the luck here with the Espers.
Now the question is, does Gaahr have a gargantuan lead?
It's kind of hard to tell. It depends on if these new characters are offering up dead checks with their more popular stops, I would say, right? Because now that Fitz has gotten all these dead checks out of the way, he's gonna see a lot of these progression checks now, and as Gaahr continues to move through some of the other checks, there's the possibility that he'll run into the more dead ones, right? So we might see Fitz be able to catch up here a little bit. It just depends on the Gaar's luck here.
Yeah, Gaahr way ahead on scaling too. Also, he's at 8. No, it's actually per check, isn't it? It's not just getting the reward or not.
Yeah, it's per check.
Yeah, so I mean,
the language in the card, right, is character acquired, Esper acquired, or dragon defeated.
So okay, so it's not just the check. So scaling for Fitz is still down then.
There you go.
So he's actually over leveled, actually, which is kind of weird way to put it. Like these dead checks are like you don't get the progression for it,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still getting the experience in
Yeah.
for. So he's actually above the scale.
Yeah, that's actually that's an interesting like caveat, right? Is if you read it carefully, it is it does say character acquired, Esper acquired, or dragon defeated. So
Because he's at
that's true.
28 right now. He's level 28 on scaling. I don't know what level his characters are. Like very few times we do see the itemization menu screen, because menu boss is the worst boss in the game.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll
Fitz just bought almost 3 pairs of earrings. So definitely, I think is going to be banking on some magic soon once he does get the Espers. Knowing again that also one of the flags is the Mage Hunt, which is the plus 20 magic power after defeating 4 dragons. He's already has to defeat 4 dragons to unlock Final Kefka as well. So
I'm surprised they didn't take the plus 20, like plus 40 magic power.
Yeah, I was surprised during the draft that they didn't do the plus 20 for the Coliseum.
Imagine Gaahr right now. Plus 40 magic power with the Rage and the Magitech armor.
Mm-hmm.
Those beams would basically be... might as well be a tier 3.
Yeah. All right, and here is Gaahr's first dragon.
Fitz is about to get his first Esper, everybody.
That's right. You'll notice that Fitz did take away a character, right? He's on the Veld. He has to make sure that he has a slot open for this Esper that decides to be roaming around.
Gaahr not using the ammo weapon yet because it has not that strong. It does take down the Goldilocks here.
And let's see. Do they show up? There he is.
Wow! He's a hungry soldier.
Yes, that's right.
Da-da-da-da! Unicorn!
There we go. Big claps for Fitz now, getting his first Esper.
We'll not do Serpent's Trench, I imagine, even though that he hasn't done it yet, but that is a dead check, actually. So...
Yeah.
I've never seen so many dead checks on the front end of a seed before. I mean, this is kind of insane. And yet, no Esper for Gaahr. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
That is a little wild. Let's see what happens here. Where Fitz decides to go.
I wonder if Gaahr, like, his eye closes slightly every time he sees Ragnarok from his group.
Yeah, just that little wince of PTSD.
Oh, Merton there. Bolt 3 Berserk, Cure 2. Lots of good spells here.
Okay, yeah.
We got some Magimaster counters and...
Yeah, and there's a plus magic power as well, plus strength. Some decent
Ice 3, yep.
Yeah. Decent magic and decent stat boosts with these Espers. They are potent Espers, right? So makes sense.
Ooh, Guardian here.
Wow.
Don't know if he learned the bolt. Oh, he hasn't learned it because he doesn't have the Espers.
Correct. I think he might have a Thunder Rod somewhere. Nope, only Fire and Pearl.
Nope, he does have Gaahr with the Bolt Beam. Woo!
Yep. Oh, nice. Look at that.
Well, double earrings will do that for you.
Yep.
Oh, Realm! Dropping the 37 hundo.
Talk about Murder Child Realm.
We did check train. It was already dead, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The amount of dead checks that we found in the seed already has been kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're gonna...
kind of wild. was gonna say I'm a little disappointed that there's no card in the blackjack for Murder Child.
I'm gonna switch over to Gaahr here as Bahamut sleeps tonight.
Rexol and the Soul Savers, the godfather of Soul. No.
Oh my goodness. He's got the blues.
Alrighty.
Boom.
It looks like he is gonna go do Serpent
Oh
Trick.
no. We know it's a dead check, so
Yeah.
more crying in Fitz's beer here. I mean, his beer's got to be just salt water at this point.
Yeah. That is that's tough. It's tough to see. Magicite Bahamut. There he is.
So Gaahr with 5 characters, 5 espers, and a dragon. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
weird one there for Fitz. You don't see that one very often.
Oh wow, yeah. You do not.
Still Life, which is the first painting you find in the Ozer's Mansion for Realm. Versus 6 characters, 2 espers for Fitz. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just rough.
Yeah, that is big rough.
I laugh because I care. I mean,
Yes. Yes. It's the laugh to stop from weeping. Right?
ooh, Setzer can also use the ammo weapon.
Interesting.
So Setzer's going to be the ammo weapon user for Gaahr here, as he goes into the tunnel armor here, which I believe is Realm, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Realm was the Mount Colts.
Oh, Realm was Milk Colts, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Tunnel armor was another dead check. I
Dead
believe.
check, yeah. So now Gaahr is going to experience all the dead checks here. I would probably go into Realm's checks right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely for sure. I think that I would go for Realms checks as well. They're not horribly long. I mean, what's it? Alger's Mansion is maybe a little bit longer, but
Ooh. Let's go for the extra fights here, not doing the shortcut through the ground there under. Oh, that's right. This is a Minerva, which is a great item, by the way. So
yeah.
very slimming. Mount Coles for Gaahr here. That'll be the realm, as you just mentioned.
All right. Yes.
Oh, Genji. Oh, he's gonna do Genji glove too. Oh, Marvel shoes. That's pretty good.
Oh, nice. I think Marvel shoes are a little bit slept on. I think it's not. They're not bad if you find them naturally. You know, you don't want to see them as a check reward, because it is a dead check. But
Oh, but Pally Shield, the ammo weapon user.
yeah, are they? Oh,
No, they didn't. They put it on Gaahr.
interesting. Taking both earrings. Taking. Away
There he
double
goes.
earrings.
Now he's doing it. It's like he's listening to
Okay.
us. Goddamn. Yeah.
Did he leave the chat? Did he leave the voice? chat?
He's not in the voice chat. We can guarantee that. Looks like Goku, Black, and Jones is doing something. If you want to check them out, they're in the voice chat together.
Yeah, it looks like I think they're doing maybe some archipelago stuff.
So what is Archipelago? Have you done it?
I haven't done it yet, just because I'm extremely daunted by the process it'll take to get it set up. But it's a way to be able to play kind of co-op, right? In a co-op, in a sense, where whatever I find in my world for my game, I can either find something for myself, some sort of item progression for me, or it could unlock something for another player who's also playing in the same grouping, right? So we see this a lot in runs that people do where like they play Link to the Past and Super Metroid, right? And somebody opens a chest in A Link to the Past and it gives a Morph Ball the same as in Super Metroid, right? Or something else like that. So we've been doing that a lot. So far, Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide has not been supported, but it is now they're starting to have it be supported. So Jones set up that archipelago stuff to test it out and try it out, and people have been going crazy on that lately. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great to have the retro gaming community kind of come together to play all these like great old school games that I just not appreciated by our youth. Sometimes I try to get my kids to play this game. I really do. I'm not interested. I'd rather play Roblox.
Yeah, you can try and get them into the Pixel remaster, right?
Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
I was watching a video on the Pixel remasters and the fact that with every single remaster that Square has put out of like a Final Fantasy game or something like that, almost always there's the option to like take away random encounters, speed it up by like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I was like, what?
You know, yeah. So with the Pixel remasters, you can turn off random encounters, and you can adjust, just like we do in Worlds Collide. You can adjust the EXP you gain after battles, and you can adjust the gold you earn by
making hard mode.
Yeah, so you can set it to 0 EXP and or gold, normal 1 times. You can also you can do 0, half, 1, 2, or 4 times.
I don't mean to cut you off here, but it looks like Gaahr has now dived into the dead check zone.
Yep.
And Fitz has picked up 2 espers back to back, and is about to pick up a 3rd one here in the Daryl Tomb here. So he's going to tie this up here. Well, Gaar's going to get a dragon, so not quite tie it up, but still pretty. He caught up quickly here.
Yep. That's what I mentioned, right? Is, Gaahr had this luck hitting all these Esper rewards, but that means if he does happen to go back and finish the checks of these characters, which we have been discussing a lot lately in the Discord, it's more prudent and it makes more sense to finish the checks of the characters that you started with than it is to try to go for the check of somebody you just got, right? Because especially if you've already done a bunch of dead checks, then it just kind of makes most sense logically, mathematically, right, whatever, that the checks that are left available are going to be progression since you've already hit the other dead checks. Because especially if they're your 3 starting characters, right, then they need to have some sort of progression, right, to be able to help you get to the end of the game. So, but now it looks like Gaahr is in a way making a smart choice in doing the checks of the characters he already has, except we know that they're all dead, and he's already gotten the most he can out of his original characters. So, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, that was the discussion we're having in the group chat. If you want to hang out with us, be sure to go to our Discord, www.ff6worldscollide.com/discord, and I'll take you to our Discord page. We were having a hard, humongous, like, debate discussion level, like, with I'm talking, people had pie charts and graphs and all this stuff on our Discord explaining what the percentages of progression for X character versus Y character, and then if you get this character, that the chances of this happening is higher versus this character. I mean,
yep, it was wild, yeah, and it's. And there was also, like, I think people who were just mentioning, like, well, can this person get another check? And, like, can we give another check to this person? Because, this story event kind of goes along with them and whatnot. And, it kind of, there was so much that went into that discussion. Definitely go to our Discord and check it out. It looks like Gaahr here is looking for the next dead check. Yep. It immediately resets.
Rainbow reset.
Wow, yeah.
Did Fitz set up his group backwards.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he set up his group backwards. I mean, kinda. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you do because you start in the same room. versus Kefka's Tower, where it does matter. But yeah, kind of crisscross applesauce there than usual. That's fine. Gaahr now back on track here is going to finally get an Esper here after climbing out of the dead zone here of the dead checks. You have entered the dead check zone.
All right, let's see what happens here in this Guardian fight.
And I believe this is also an Esper for Fitz too at the end of the tunnel here.
Yeah,
dragon.
This is Phoenix. Phoenix Cave. Yes.
So he'll be down 1 Esper at the end of this check versus Gaahr here if he gets through this fight.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if he fights this dragon here. I mean, it makes the most sense.
Yeah,
right?
if he gets through the fight, quad 9, bolt 3 from Gao. Okay. If he's doing the dragon, he's doing it the hard way by having no HP for it. He's going to have to heal up afterwards.
Yeah. Just going through all the spikies.
If I know I'm doing dragon, I actually push down the spikes.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, you're going to go back and re-heal yourself afterwards and take the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So taking the extra second just to push down the spikes and do it that way, there isn't as much difference. Then you stay out of the menu boss.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that's true.
But you can do the trick where you sit on the save point and you can heal through sleeping bags with the alternate party as you're sitting on the save point. Which is what Fitz is about to do right here. To eloquently demonstrate this. He's going to switch to his other character, and now he's going to use the items, sleeping bags, which work because the game knows that you're on a save point, so it still works.
Yeah, even though it's Gao that's Go-Go that's on the save point, it's still registering.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sabin with the Atma weapon is amazing. He's the highest vigor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's still some decent output there, despite the levels right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, but again, I still would like to see the Paladin shield on Sabin though. I do not think he switched it.
Yeah.
Well, Gaahr switched it over to Setzer, but I think it's still
that's
unlocked
right.
for Fitz here.
Mm. Gaahr, testing his luck over at the auction house. It looks like he is being favored by Lady Luck.
Praise Setzer, praise Zelfer, I guess. I don't know. Good grief.
Luck be a lady
tonight. Fitz getting hit there. Esper as well. Unfortunately, Gaahr. Oh, was there another one there or no?
Another box there?
Another Esper. I guess not. He did check and talk to the guy. I guess there's only one Esper.
Oh, there we go.
Can't be. Not with this many dead checks. There's got to be a second one. Oh, he's resaving in case he get imped.
Okay. Yes. There we go.
Yep, glowing stone's still available.
Okay. Yep. There it is.
Yeah, with this many dead checks, there's got to be 2 here. Does he get back to back? Nope. Gem box.
Oh.
That even though you have to spend a lot of money for this, you're gonna get that money back in return. So you're really not spending any money on this.
Yeah, I think that's a nice choice. I would go for that.
Oh no, Fitz back on the dead check train here.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a dead check, unfortunately, in the Zone Eater here. Both of them taking lock, interestingly enough. Doing the treasure hunting.
A lot quicker being engulfed there for Fitz, though.
Yeah, but we know Lox's track record with bridges and all. Sorry, I went there. That was dark. That was a very dark joke for those of you who know.
That was a little dark.
Yeah.
Rachel,
no. Icky boo. Oh, there's the second Esper for Gaahr.
You know. And it looks like Fitz doesn't have luck with bridges either.
Which, by the way, shout out to the French version that put lyrics to that song, by the way, for Rachel. It's really good.
Oh, yeah?
Check it out. Look it up on YouTube. It's very good.
Nice. Forever Rachel. Oh, Fitz got ballsy with it. Didn't pay off.
Just to update the tracker, it is 6 characters. Sorry, 9 espers for Fitz. I must have missed one there. And 2 dragons. So he needs 2 dragons for go mode. Which will also give him plus 20 magic power for Gaahr, like he needs more. And the murder child. Fitz is at 6 characters, 6 espers, and 2 dragons. So he's still 3 espers behind here. Woo! That was close.
Yeah, that was close. Got stuck a little bit there on the edge of the rocks there. That was very close. Now, if you were Gaahr right now, knowing you only have 2 dragons left, would you try to go for the either 3 extra characters or 3 extra espers to try to get the skip? Or would you go straight for Final Kefka, just normal Kefka Tower, once you finished your 2 dragons?
Once I finish 2 dragons, we're going.
Yeah.
We got the levels. We don't care.
Yeah, I would agree.
Really, the skip for this would only have been if we just got an absorbent number of characters, espers, while we were trying to look for them. But because we nailed it on the nose for Gaahr, basically we're just doing 2 dragons and we're done. I would say no. There's no reason. There's no need for it.
Especially with the levels gained from getting those 2 dragons.
Because look, Setzer's doing 60,000 damage with an Apple weapon, and after doing these dragons, we're still going to get 100,000 experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And 50 magic points, so we're going to learn every single spell that we need to learn. And we're getting 50,000 experience. Not 100,000, 50,000 experience for 2 dragons. We don't need to fight more things to increase the scaling more. VK! Well, that I don't think that changes anything though, unfortunately, because Illumina is on lock and nobody else can use the VK, I believe. So
yeah,
doesn't really change much. We already have an Atma weapon user with the offering. Oh, he's gonna overload.
Probably gonna
So glass cannon here, so he's gonna overload and do multiple lanes instead. Very slow approach of doing it this way, but it is guaranteed to get through things. I might go overload this time. It might go back for a 202. Or sorry, 220 in the second time round.
And I guess opting to get his last dragon here in the tower.
And that is true.
Yeah. That's smart.
Because you can enter the Tower of Kefka. And you can do these fights anytime you want, but you just cannot get on the first set of switches until you have unlocked it. So unlocking a Kefka matters on the switches, not actually entering it.
Yeah. All right, not a bad fight here in the Inferno spot. Fitz is doing as just mentioned. We hadn't seen. I don't think we saw Gaahr do
Merton. Do we have Merton protection? Yeah, we do. Merton with an Atma weapon using Setzer that heals him. Whoa, boy. Yeah, forget your shortcut. I got a max health Atma weapon user permanently.
Yep. Inferno Jr. over it, as just mentioned.
Dirty Dargan. With a preemptive attack. Really? Do we even...
Dirty one.
Preemptive attack, really, against the Dirty Dargan.
And there's the Merton.
How much damage is this going to do from Gaahr? Quad 9s with 4,000 healing.
Wow.
That's disgusting. At 1 hour, into this race, we actually have just unlocked Kefka for Gaahr here.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be a sub 90, right?
Oh, with the kitty hood as well.
Oh.
Not that we need it now, but it does help with stats.
This is looking very nice for Gaahr.
Thought he unlocked it. Yeah, 694. Yeah, he's got it.
Yep.
Just confused there for a second. All right, well, we'll do this for him. On the unlucky Kefka, exactly at 1 hour into the race here. Just did the animation a little late there for you. Now he's going to split the party up.
Interesting.
Shadow Sid with the raid, thank you.
Shadow Sid, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the race, our submission for RPG Limit Break.
We actually, funny story for the Sid here, we're talking about marathon events and stuff. One of the marathon flags was to save or kill Sid, and Sid was actually a member of the runner to do it. And people thought we wanted to save or kill the actual player, not the NPC character in the game. So we actually had to make a clarification of that.
Yep.
Oh,
that's funny. That's funny. We just gotta save Sid all the time.
oh boy.
I don't know. I don't really see how feeding raw fish to somebody really saves them. Are they really alive after that? I don't know.
Well, it could just be sushi.
That's true.
It could.
That's true.
I wonder how Celeste cooks for Locke, though. I mean, it kind of makes me wonder a little bit.
Yeah.
Fitz here, trying to go to auction house to get the last 2 espers here that they need. Definitely probably have the money for it. We have found a lot of good items and haven't really bought much in the stores, so we definitely have the money for it. And we actually have a gem box here, which we can resell. And oh no! Wow,
Yep.
Fitz's luck. I don't. You can't blame the poor guy. I mean, he found every single dead check in the early game, gets the imp now in the auction house, and just, oh.
Yeah, that's rough. Exactly what Sid said. That's rough.
Bow wow.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
There we go.
Doing it doggy style. Alright, let's see.
Yay!
There we go. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, for those that are out there, I do actually have a second nickname. It's actually Old Dog. So I actually have 2. That's what people know me at work, actually, at least. Yes, we're number 8 there. 4 oneFreeFitz. But we're following Gaahr here, who's already in the belly of the beast, the Kefka's Tower here.
That's right. Yeah, Gaahr getting lucky with these early Esper checks and not having to go through as many of the dead checks that Fitz did. Has quite a lineup of main characters here. He's got Merton Strats, Merton Protection.
Oh,
2
sorry,
characters.
you got both Espers. I'm sorry.
Oh, did he already get both?
Yep, so he's going for dragons now.
Ooh, nice. So now Fitz is just going to get his last 2 dragons. That will unlock Kefka, and that will also unlock plus 20 magic power for his characters. Gaahr already done with that, and has a hard-hitting Merton using Gaahl, and a Atma weapon offering, and Marvel shoes equipped Setzer. Plus an Illumina and a Paladin shield floating around as well.
Ooh, French Vanilla Goddess here on the Guardian spot. Does have the 2 big guns in his group, Gao and Sabin. Sabin laid down about 6,000 damage with the Sword Tech. Of course, using a Sword Tech 4 there, not 7. But Merton's
Look at
going to do
that.
it. Jeez.
Yeah, Merton's gonna do it.
1 down, 4 to go for Gaahr. Looks like Fitz is going to do the same thing. He's going to get the 1 dragon at the Opera House, and now he's going to overload the party to get dragon number 2.
Yep, there
The
we
thing
go.
is that 1 hour and 5 minutes into the seed, with all the Jed checks that... oh, no, he's splitting the party now. So, interesting. So he's going to catch up in a little bit of time brewing that way. But give me Fitz's position. 1 hour and 5 minutes into the race, you are essentially 5 minutes and 50 seconds behind, but you don't know that. Do you feel like you're in an okay spot, even though you had all those dead checks going 1 hour and 5?
I think.
Or do you think you're behind?
I think subconsciously, Fitz feels a little bit behind, but then logically thinking, might be saying to himself, Gaahr probably hit the same dead checks I did. He's probably in the same spot I am. But subconsciously, and in the racer in him is probably thinking like, even if he did,
Level
like
45.
I'm still in trouble. I got to keep going.
Yo, level 45 for Gaahr here.
Mm-hmm. And we're about to be. Let's see what the second statue is.
Yeah, it's been doozy so far. Huh. Wow.
Doom
Doom
Gaze,
Gaze. Level 5
45,
Doom.
level 45,
and it
though.
kills Go-Go.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we don't get Doom to unlock. So you just gonna have to like will him down with Lumina here.
Yeah.
Oof.
Go-Go is a pretty guy. Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Quad 9 Pro. Lock, it is welding double earrings, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So the Pro Procs are going to do max damage when they do nail.
There you go. That explains it. That's 2 statues down.
Yeah. That's just getting to the first of the 5 bosses here in the tower, because we don't count Atma. And like you said before, a very easy martial fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a nice fight you want to see at the Inferno spot. Especially taking that gamble to go, just split the party evenly. Oh, and tunnel armor.
Oh, wow. So easy fight here. But
Yeah.
Gaahr hitting way harder than Fitz is.
Yeah.
I really don't see Gaahr losing this at this point, other than Kefka tier 3, tier 4 shenanigans. I really don't see Gaahr losing this at this point.
Yeah, unless some sort of terrible madness happens,
Terrible?
then terrible. Yeah.
Okay, Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I can't ever say the word terrible normally anymore.
Ever since that?
Yeah, ever since that, it's always been terrible.
Switch is at 109.10. 9-minute, 10-second tower here for Gaahr after unlock. That is dragon number 4 for oneFreeFitz. So that is going to be the Kefka unlock Tua for them as well.
There we go.
Give them a little love. Get a little the animation there of Kefka being upset.
Yeah, like, oh no, how dare you. Dr. DT with the prime sub. 17 months, holy cow. Look at that. All right.
Here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ooh, let's do it.
All right, so good old Kefka climb. Walk us through it.
Here we go. We've got tier 1. Kefka has tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And then we've got our final Kefka with the wing. All right, so on this first one here, we're already seeing some Esper strats here as well, which is great. You probably actually know it even better than I do. You should go for it.
All right, well, I'm going to try to hurry up here because this first tier is already dead. The long arm is the closest to us as X Zone, is weak to X Zone and Stone or Petrify, so we already took care of that. We got Merton for the head. Head's weak against fire there, so it's going to take a lot more damage than the fist. Fist, you want to go last. The fist, reason why the fist want to go last because if leave the head up last, you're going to get a AoE attack of Earth attack, which is pretty much going to kill the entire family. The Fenrir was used early for the counter hits to block the counter hits there from the tier 1. And since we have Potent Esper Zone, we can use it again for tier 3. Woo! I think I got through everything. Did I do that? Yeah? Did I get it in time? Yeah! All right.
Yes.
You sound like a tobacco auctioneer, y'all. Tier number 2 is a 4-headed beast here. We got, just at the bottom there, a little cat face that is Tiger. It's weak to ice. Does a lot of hard attacks there. Then we got Bluey sitting on top. It's also known as Hits. He's actually weak to Stop, which we do not have, so we have to skip on that one. Right in the middle there, between the kind of the feminine form leaning up against the Tower of Smokestack and the eye, it looks like an eye thing there in the middle. That's called Tools. It is also weak to the X Zone ability for insta-kill. And that one also does a lot of heavy damage like Tiger does. Also, way in the back there, facing away from us, the Kefka-looking guy there, that is called Magic. And of all the things to be weak against, he is actually weak to Mute. So the order of operations is the X Zone out Tools, Mute, Magic, Stop if you got it on Bluey, just for the heck of it. And then go after Tiger with Ice 3.
And then just whittle them away.
Okay, I gotta get a drink now.
Yeah. Take a sip. You got it.
I gotta re-wet my whistle. In my opinion, Sword Tech 6 over Sword Tech 7? Really? See, Sword Tech 7 is armor-ignoring version of 4. So I personally like it more. 6 is good only if you have magic power and if you have a lot of earrings. Then 6 would actually be better than that. Kenyon, oh my god, don't need another second Basset Hound wife. I love my Basset Hounds. I already got a. Well, actually, he's a hybrid. He's a half Basset Hound, half Labrador.
Ooh, okay.
So he's a black lab, but give him the barrel chest and the short legs of a Basset Hound. With slightly longer ears.
Quite adorable. Yeah, that sounds adorable.
Oh, he's a handsome dude. He's just 60 pounds of love.
Love it.
So at the end of Tier 2, what you have to be careful of is the Dispels. Now, if one of your counters to Calmness is Life 3, the Dispel will actually remove that Life 3 effect, so you're going to have to reapply it. Also, Regen as well.
Right.
So if you're suffering from the, and I hate the term, seizure condition, where you lose health constantly, you'll have to reapply the Regen to counteract it again. And also you have to worry about the hits there at the end, which is the last person you kill. Because the hits isn't too bad, especially with all this defensive armor and stuff we had from the early game. But we are moving on into Tier 3. It's a 2-headed beast of a floating head of a girl, which is supposed to represent Goddess. It is called Girl. And then in front of her is Sleep, which is the form of Kefka. After he rearranged the world, he fell asleep. The key thing in this is the girl has 9,999 HP, and her job is three things. Absorb all elements, Use Pearl Wind to heal both her and Sleep, and revive Sleep if you kill him with Life 2. So you want to kill her first, obviously. So physical damage, plane damage, flare, stuff like that. By the way, Fitz on the Switches at 1:15:16. That was a 10-minute tower for them, so about the same amount of length. Then the thing about Sleep is, like, the more damage you deal to them, the more aggravated he gets, and the more spells he throws at you. When you kill him, he comes out with Calmness, which can hit 1 or 2 times. It's actually a physical ability, and it instantly kills your target. But since we have Fenrir, which is one of the 2 espers that blocks physical attacks, we'll be immune to that, so we are all set.
That's right. And as mentioned earlier, we do have Potent Espers, which is one of the cards that we drew in our draft, which allows for multi-summons, which is why we were able to use Fenrir in Tier 1, as well as now here on Tier 3.
Yeah, and the other reason why Master Jed 00, 60 magic power on Stunner. We did have a flag with plus 20 magic power when we did the 4 dragons, which was necessary to unlock Kefka's Tower, so that also helps with that Sword Tech 6 ability. But anyways, we are moving on to the top of the stack. Kefka himself will descend from the heavens for the fight. There are 3 stages to Kefka. There's the opening stage where he casts Fallen One, and then there's the middle stage where he charges up his Gaahr cannon. And after that point, you have to be careful, because when he gets low in health, he could counter with Ultima, which is a very high damaging spell. So that is the rough zone. If you don't take him out in the first Gaahr, then you have to kind of walk on eggshells here. Wait for him to recharge up on Gaahr again, and then you just dump damage again.
Yeah.
One of the easiest bosses probably in Final Fantasy, actually, I find. One of the easier ones. It's just a long fight to climb up the 4 different bosses, as opposed to only 1 or 2.
Right. And it helps so much knowing these tactics, right? Knowing what these particular bosses are susceptible to, whether they're susceptible to X zone or stop or mute, those things like that. And having this information is key to make it an easy fight.
We never learned Life, or Life 2, or Life 3 for that matter. So having to use the Phoenix Downs to get Setzer back up here, who is one of the front fend damage, but we are already in the Gaahr stage.
Yeah.
And we learned Sword Tech 7.
Yeah, and it'll be easy to heal Setzer back up, because with Gal using Merton, that heals Setzer for quite a bit as well. So, although it seems like Gaahr is foregoing the Merton right now.
Yeah, because why not? Because he's already dead.
Krakow.
118-15 for Gaahr here in this head-to-head match.
Yeah. You gotta give Fitz some props though right now, because he is on now Tier 2 and not that far behind, despite the abundance of dead checks that he ran into on his first pass. Still not quite enough to keep up with Gaahr here, but gotta give him props. But hey, GG to the new man of the hour right now.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
So, once again, this is a submission for RBG Limit Break, which is benefiting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This was a little demonstration of what we do as a community, what we have to provide for a game and the entertainment, and also what possibly could be the drafting of flags for the top donors to pick what you guys want, what you want these guys to do, or just have to deal with to try to get through this game. So, Gaahr, walk us through it. How'd it go?
I thought that this was a really good seed. I knew that I was going to be powerful. Anytime that you have to kill 4 dragons in order to unlock Final Kefka, it basically guarantees some level of power. The glass cannon flag made it, or glass cannon card rather, that made it very scary for a lot of bosses, because as you saw, they often just one-shot my characters. and that's kind of the whole point, right? You want to kill them before they kill you. And fortunately, I had just tons and tons of offense this whole seed, picking up the Illumina early, the offering Atma weapon, the Sword Tech, Sabin, Gaahr just being a monster in general. Yeah, I thought this was a really great seed. There weren't a whole lot of dead checks. I got to do a couple of checks I normally wouldn't, like Phoenix Cave. Yeah, it was overall a great time.
Brave Bears, before you ask him another question, I just want to point out, Dispel on Magic there from oneFreeFitz to take off the Life 3 effect. That was interesting.
Very heads up. But I would
Yeah.
expect nothing less from oneFreeFitz. He's a great a great racer, so knows a lot about the game.
Speaking of knows a lot about the game, is we were very impressed by your Celeste dancing skills while you were going through the opera house there, knowing exactly where to stand as what's his name?
I've
Yeah,
Draco.
dances around.
Yeah.
What
You
is
knew
his
exactly where to be.
name?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Opera House scene honestly is one of my favorites from any video game ever, and I think that holds true for a lot of folks who grew up with Final Fantasy VI like I did. So it's got a very special place in my heart and a very special place in my muscle memory. So
Yes, it was very most impressive. Most impressive.
thanks. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have any comments about this seed. It was a ton of fun. There was a lot of offense behind it. But yeah, this is more or less what a submission or what a run at RPG Limit Break would look like, give or take a few minutes, because like I said, we would like to offer you, the viewer, the chance to draft some flags for us and make our lives a little bit more difficult. So
Yeah, the draft took a little bit. It took
Yeah.
us an extra 20 minutes before we started this whole shindig here. So overall, it's been about an hour and 40 minutes overall for this.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you with the timing there, Gaahr.
Yeah, oh
the
yeah, for
event,
sure.
So
I would probably stick with an estimate of about 2 hours for this.
Okay.
That's what we did for Randomania, and we came out like well under estimate. But the flaw of any randomizer, especially one as complicated as Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, is that you can get stuck sometimes. It's not very often that you can, but I mean, it's a randomizer. Anything can happen, and that's one of the joys of playing it. So,
well, Fitz got stuck. You want to tell him,
Yeah.
Apribs?
Yeah. So you mentioned there not being that many dead checks. You happened to just get lucky with the ones that you went to go to, because Fitz
oh really?
ran into yeah, Fitz ran into very many dead checks before heading into the ones that he needed espers for. He happened to get a
6.
couple characters early, but had a lot of dead checks looking for espers. So
6 dead
that's
checks.
why.
Oh no.
6 dead checks.
Yeah.
Bro. He didn't get an Esper until past 30 minutes into the game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like
Took a
I'm
long
looking at the
time to
stream
get
now, he's still like Final Kefka right there. That's really impressive. But again,
Yeah.
Fitz is a great player. I expected nothing less from this.
I mean, he got 6 or 7 dead checks, like 5 in a row at one point. He even got imped at the auction house. I mean,
Yep.
you name it, it happened.
Oof. Yeah, that
it's-
imp at the auction house is why it's why I went outside and saved so often, because if you get an imp, it's so much faster to reset than watch that whole cutscene.
Yeah, luckily Fitz was able to reset out of that too, but yeah, just not quite as lucky on Fitz's end. But yeah, still impressive. That's what I was talking about as you joined into the booth here. Was that got to give a shout out to Fitz to still be on Final Kefka and only about what was it, about 8 minutes behind?
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right, so
and that's
still pretty
holding up
impressive
on the
there.
time right now. You finished at 118, it's 125, so yeah, about 7 minutes.
Yep, there we go. Let's see. Are we going to see the Krakow soon?
It's got to be like right here.
Yeah. Oh. Give it to us.
Oh, it's
Look at
got to
that
be on
shiny
this one
sword.
right here.
Yeah, look at that shiny sword.
Yeah, the shiny sword, the ice shield. It's got to
there it is.
be nice.
Nice.
GG's Fitz.
But yeah, what's great about this this format as well, though, having the blackjack draft happening, is it really is a great way for viewers to be able to have a little bit of input and affect the race a little bit. And in particular, for people like us who have grown up with Final Fantasy VI, it's a great way to implement. Normally in like a normal kind of what we consider currently right now to be our standard flag set with like an Ultros League type flag set, there isn't often a reason to do any sort of like story events, like the Opera House or anything else like that. So I think having that incentive there for viewers to be like, oh no, one of my favorite parts about the game was Opera House, or it was to watch this certain scene happen, or look at this dialogue between these two characters, right? Then it's just great incentive for them to be able to say like, oh yeah, no, like that's one of my favorite parts about the game, let me see it. Because normally as we go through races, we're trying to get through the game as fast as possible, and we skip over those things. But this way we can try to get a little bit more of that vanilla flavor in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what
Hello,
flavor.
Fitz.
I don't know what flavor you have in your mouth there, Fitz. After how many dead chicks?
I don't count. This is my new thing. I don't count them. I just try to put my head down and work through it. But even I was like, there are espers in the game, right? Like, we picked potent espers. Like, where are they hiding? I want one. And then the first one I got was Magic Power +2, and I was like, okay. I've started whining to the game, and then it finally gave me what I wanted.
But I mean, you started off with Gangbusters, going after Dragon, going after the Tri-Touch check with the Super Balls, just to get those levels up and running. And you're actually, I think you were at one point ahead of the leveling scheme in a glass cannon flag set. Like,
Yeah,
how is that even
was-
possible?
That was pretty wild. I mean, like, I kind of like, based on the start, I went and got the Illumina right away. That was like, I just decided to do it. And so from there, I was like, I'm not gonna loot a lot because I already spent 3 minutes to get an Illumina. And basically, South Figaro had Super Balls and Fire Rods and a lot of high gold loot, so I just decided to blitz the dragons early, and then I kept getting dead checks when I was hitting checks, so I kept getting those levels, and then I was even gambling with like, I'll go after these fixed encounter spots, hoping I'll find an Esper here. And most of them didn't have bosses, luckily, but I had a fun time. And when I race against someone as top tier as Gaahr, I tried to find an alternative win condition. Just like, what time do I want to see out of myself? And I definitely hit it this one, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah, Gaahr hitting the Kefka unlock at exactly 1 hour into the race here.
Perfectly timed.
So was there there had to be a character at Kefka at Narsh, right?
Nope.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
was
know, actually.
really considering checking it.
Interesting. Because there wasn't much left. I was like, I guess I gotta go to the auction house to get my last Esper, otherwise I have to find another character, and that was kind of the only place. So I figured it had to be, but I don't know.
The only check that I didn't look at was Jador. So I have no idea what that was. Fitz, if you did that.
Oh yeah, that was an Esper.
Okay, yeah, then we were looking at Kefka and Narsh.
Yeah, because I'd even peaked Phantom Train in my early run of dead checks, and I was like, oh, Genji shield, cool. I'm out.
Just instant reset, yeah. But yeah, I mean, personally, I just want to thank everybody for watching, and thanks to RPG Limit Break for considering our submission. Like Apreb said a little while ago, there are so many things that you can do with the cards to include those story moments. A couple of the cards that we're going to include are saving and killing Sid. I know a lot of people have strong opinions about their favorite grandpa / war criminal, so maybe you want to donate for that. Maybe you want to see us kill him. We can't kill him and save him, unfortunately, but one of those things could happen, in addition to a whole host of other things. So really looking forward to seeing what y'all come up with.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it'll be exciting to have like the audience having kind of an active hand in picking. I know we usually have like incentives, but I feel like being able to basically take picks away from us in the draft is a fun concept that I think would get a lot of people excited.
Yeah, I think it's a real great way to to more directly involve viewers a little bit more in what we're doing, which is really great.
Absolutely. And ultimately, the goal is to raise money for NAMI, right? NAMI is a great organization. Again, I know that RPG Limit Break has been raising money for them for, I think, basically the entirety of their existence, which is just so cool. I love it so much. So,
yeah, it's a great cause. It's a great cause. Thank you guys for doing this run for us tonight, and
good luck with the submission.
Thank you to the chat, everybody who came to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
You, big shout. Not only put this submission together.
Yeah, thanks Aprebs for commentating, and Saberwolf for commentating, restreaming, doing the initial opening draft or opening scene where we get to see our picks. It's very cool, and I really appreciate both of y'all's hard work into making this happen. So, and thanks of course to the viewers. This doesn't happen without y'all.
Yeah, all the community management work. Me, myself, and Aprebs are two of the community managers for the community. We do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so it's great to hear that work is appreciated. We do appreciate that, so thank you for that.
Yes, very
yeah.
much.
Nothing but love for y'all. And hey, if you like, if you like this, why don't you hit us up? Final Fantasy 6, or excuse me, ff6worldscollide.com. I'm not going to give you the super big URL. ff6worldscollide.com. We've got links to our Discord there. I know that getting into this game can kind of be a lot, but there's a ton of great resources there. You got a ton of great community members who are more than willing to help you out, myself included. And that's about all I've got. And GG's Fitz, much love to you as well.
Yeah, very well put. And back at you. We've raced one-on-one a few times, and you're definitely better than me. But I always put some of my best races together going against you. So I look forward to maybe doing it again on a bigger stage, so to speak. But regardless, always a pleasure.
Right, yeah, Prebs, anything else before we sign off here and throw to something else here in a minute?
No, just again a big thank you to everybody, our runners, you, and as Gaahr was mentioning, our viewers. That's why we do it. We do it for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Awesome stuff there. So we're gonna finish this off here. Once again, this was a Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide community. We do races every Thursday and Saturdays around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the FF6 Worlds Collide channel on Twitch. This was a submission race for RPG Limit Break, benefiting National Alliance on Mental Illness, also known as NAMI. We're going to finish up here. We're actually going to raid Medes. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell my co-commentator here to leave the channel because they are doing the Lagamorth Lounge seed set here. Unfortunately, they're one of the only people running right now, so we're going to throw it over and share the love of the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide community for that. So, once again, I am Saberwolf. Thank you, Aprebs. Thank you, Gaahr and oneFreeFitz. We hope to see you there. Hope the submission goes through. Come on, RPG Limit Break. You know what to do. I am Saberwolf once again. Thank you, and have a very good night. Bye-bye.